Netflix's new documentary centered on Charles Manson and the murders carried out by his cult is the latest reminder to watch Quentin Tarantino's 2019 movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The comedy drama starring Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Margot Robbie heavily involves the Manson family cult, played by notable names like Austin Butler, Maya Hawke, and Mikey Madison. While the Manson family murders have been the topic of many documentaries and movies over the years, Netflix is leaning into the conspiracy side of the case with Chaos, the Manson murders. Netflix's documentary is based on Chaos, Charles Manson, the CIA, and the Secret History of the 60s by Tom O'Neill, a book by Dan Piepenbring that coincidentally released in the same year as Tarantino's movie. Directed by Oscar winner Errol Morris, Chaos, The Manson Murders examines the trial involving the cult members and the conspiracy theory that Charles Manson may have been controlled by the government in manipulating his family to carry out the killings. If you're interested in another alternate take on the case, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has you covered. After watching Netflix's new Charles Manson documentary, check out Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Tarantino's 2019 movies gives the Tate murders an alternate ending. Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood dives deep into intriguing aspects of the movie industry from the lens of actor Rick Dalton, DiCaprio, and his stunt double, Pitt. But at the core of the movie set in the late 60s is the life of up-and-coming actress Sharon Tate, Robbie. For those who want a different look at the murder case after watching Netflix's Charles Manson documentary, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood offers an alternate ending by changing the fate of those involved in the Tate murders, turning the tables on the Manson family. Like Chaos, The Manson Murders, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood doesn't just focus on cult leader Charles Manson. Sure, he's the key, but both projects examine a number of cult members, such as Tex Watson, Susan Watkins, Leslie Van Houten, and Linda Kasabian. In Tarantino's case, the movie presents Manson as Charlie, a character played by Damon Herriman. Though Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is rooted in a tragic true story, its fictionalized telling of events has set it apart from other Manson projects. How Mikey Madison's role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood paved the way for Oscar-winning role in Anora. The actress may not have starred in Anora with the Tarantino movie. Mikey Madison in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Aside from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's impressive 86% score on Rotten Tomatoes, the 2019 movie ended up with 10 Oscar nominations. It went on to win 2 Academy Awards, Best Supporting Actor for Brad Pitt and Best Production Design. Interestingly, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood features future Oscar-winning actress Mikey Madison, who portrays Manson family member Susan "Sadie" Atkins. She doesn't have a major role throughout most of the movie, but Madison Sadie certainly makes an impact in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's ending. Madison gives a memorable performance, and it actually caught the attention of director Sean Baker. Based on her work in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Scream, Baker cast Madison as the lead in Anora, which has gone on to acquire a number of prestigious accolades since its release. Of course, Mikey Madison was also among the Oscars 2025 winners, getting the Best Actress award for her performance in Anora. Had Baker not seen Tarantino's alternate history movie involving Charles Manson, perhaps Madison's career path wouldn't have led to Anora.